I'm pregnant, and the first thing that was offered to me was an abortion. I just feel like there should be other options given to that woman. So, yeah.
Because you were 19.
I was 19.
And so that was the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
You're very... I can see it, like, still affects you.
It does. It does. So it's just going back to what Cass said, you know, you say you train your mind to forget. Mm-hmm. But like we're here today, it's part of my tapestry. I can't forget. I've moved on with my life. I have been healed from my experience. But like most traumas, you can't forget it. It's just you learn to cope and you learn to forgive yourself for it.
That's what people say, right? Yeah. That's what everyone says. But the brain is capable of everything. The brain is like a computer. If you tell, you have to organize it in certain folders. If you don't want something on the computer, you can move it to the bin folder. And people don't realize that I've had a lot of things happen to me. And most of the things I've actually forgotten about until I actually come and speak on these subjects and people bring these subjects up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's happened to me. Oh yeah, like I'm really good with those things. So what I would do is I would, like, if the memory comes back, again, it's very good to start off with forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving whatever, the doctors, no signatures, or all those things. Yeah, absolutely. That's the first step. But the second step is working with your brain. Your brain communicates to you through your imagination. Therefore, you should respond with your imagination. So when that memory comes, you can imagine scrunching it, putting it into the bin folder. Your brain will adapt. Your brain will know you are the engineer of that computer. You are the engineer of your life. Your brain thinks it can control you only because you haven't taken that power. But no one knows that, you know, everyone just lets the brain do everything. The amount of thoughts that we get every day, and it could be so random, like random thoughts that don't even belong to our personality, you know, but we can control that. We can. And things like that's happened to us, we don't need to think about it. We don't need to feel the pain every time. Like it's happened to you so long ago, and I can feel it in your chest, in your emotions. It's still there and it's still resurfacing, you know. So if you just practice this scrunching up, putting into the bin folder, trust me, the brain will adapt quicker than you think. And eventually it will stop showing up, like the whole memory will just disappear.
In my case, I don't want it to disappear, only because I share my experience with other women. Mm-hmm. So it allows them to understand that there is hope, there is healing. Mm-hmm. So although I'm emotive when I speak about it, it's not because I'm like holding on or dwelling on it. It's because I allow myself and I told myself that because of what I experienced and because I wasn't well informed and because I knew how long it took me to heal the trauma that I had from it, I want to be able to share my experience with other people. So I do share it on a lot of platforms, actually.
Well, I mean, like I share my experiences as well, right? But it's like that memory really just disappears. And it's only when I want it to return, it returns. It's like the brain doesn't just give it to me like it used to.
No, not on a daily, but I mean, I don't walk around daily thinking, oh gosh, I had an abortion the other day. Do you know what I mean?
I've